The Old Rochester Bulldogs are coming off one of their most successful seasons in a very long time. They went 10-1 and captured the SouthCoast Conference A Division Championship, and now they look to repeat that success.
Yep, it's going to be a little difficult though this year. They graduated a lot of players from last year's team, including our co-players of the year, Nolan Bergeron and Hayden Bergeron. If you remember, brothers from last year. One was a quarterback, and the other one was a tight end and played defense as well. And both of those guys, are off. No longer on the field for Old Rochester, so there's going to be some big holes to fill. But there's a good number of players back this year for Old Rochester, which should help the Bulldogs, kind of compete with the likes of Apponequet for that A Division title. One of the biggest names to watch for this year is Alex Laurie. Last year he played wide receiver, and he ended up getting injured late in the season. And this year he's back from that injury. It was a knee injury, and he's going to be playing quarterback. So it'll be interesting to see, how well he is at quarterback, especially after, an injury that can kind of slow you up. I know he's got a pretty strong arm from what Buddy has to say. And he's got a little bit of speed, so he can probably run the ball a little bit. And one running back that's back from last year who should have a big year is Darian Dumond. Last year he came on real strong. He gave Old Rochester a really good, kind of like a different kind of speed from Richie Phillips. But he gave him a nice option out of the backfield, Darian. And another name is Raekwon Phillips. Last year he didn't. He played a lot on defense. On offense, he kind of came in occasionally. And this year, if he can get a waiver like his brother did last year, they both were transfers a couple of years ago from Old Rochester. If he can get a waiver like Richie did last year, Raekwon, should kind of figure in the mix, on both sides of the ball, offense and defense. So those are some of the names to kind of watch out for this year. But there are a lot of holes to fill. So there's some question marks for Old Rochester. But I know Henry Quinlan will have the whole team ready to go, and there's enough games between now and when you face Apponequet on Thanksgiving, to see, because it probably will come down to Thanksgiving once again this year for that A Division title.
That's the best when it comes down to that. That's the best.
It makes it more exciting, for the players, the coaches, for us covering the games. Mm-hmm. And last year, it was kind of a magical season for Old Rochester. It's one of those ones, you don't know. Doesn't happen very often. So especially with so many kids gone, I wouldn't say it's a rebuilding year, maybe reloading kind of.
Sure, yeah.
That's how I feel. They should still be able to compete, with the other teams in the conference, and who knows what could happen in the playoffs depending on who they match up against.
Excellent. Well, you can follow along all season long. You can just join us on Twitter at @SC_varsity. You can see it there below. That is the best way to get a hold of us. You can tweet us your photos, your videos, your thoughts, even a little bit of smack talk. And I'm sure as we get closer to Thanksgiving,
yes,
that will up a little bit the ante. So follow us there.